So how are you going to facilitate well-being? Well, the way you're going to do that is by acting virtuously, right? That was one of the ways that Aristotle offered, and many spiritual traditions say the same thing. The fruits of the spirit, they call it, or virtue ethics, take your pick. Um, the important thing for me is that you're going to act virtuously, and you're going to use virtue as a guide to balanced action in social situations, okay? And this is the piece that I'm adding is for the program, is that, for example, if you want to facilitate the experience of safety for yourself and others, then what you can set out to do as a change agent is to cultivate security, right, in the environment, in the situation. And the way that you cultivate security is by acting brave and cautious, right? Be brave in order to protect what you have against a threat, and also be cautious not to make a poor decision, right, or rush to judgment. In the same way that you approach a situation like that, you can respond to the behavior of others in a way that is both courageous and respectful, right? Because if someone tries to take your well-being or to haphazardly, tread upon it without meaning to, it's important to be able to stand up to them and let them know what happened in a respectful way. And you, by being balanced in that regard, for example, you avoid becoming imbalanced in your action. So by being brave and cautious, I avoid becoming reckless, right? Recklessness is what you get when you're brave without caution. And by being cautious with bravery, I avoid cowardice, which is what you get when you have caution without bravery. In the second piece of that, of how to respond to others, you want to be courageous but not audacious, right? Or ballsy, they call it. Like, that's disrespectful when they say he's got some nerve, right? That's why it's important to be respectful. But don't be so respectful that you are afraid of the other, or of doing what is right. And that's where courage comes in to balance that out. So, as a change agent who is using balanced action in social situations to facilitate well-being, right? You then can begin to experience basically some signs of flourishing, and at that point you're going to be in a position to start to design some meaningful endeavors that you want to pursue. To imagine what you would like to do. Do I want to go to college? Do I want to get a new job? Do I want to have a nice car? Do I want to have a new home? Or do I want to make a new painting? Whatever. Now you have set the stage for that kind of positive, creative opportunity to arise. And this is where it's important to have the knowledge and skills that you're going to need to protect your investment. Whatever it is you're working hard to achieve, you can count on somebody coming to try and influence you away from that goal, or some situation or event doing the same thing. It might even be yourself, right? For many people, self-sabotage is, public enemy number one. They're so busy digging holes and then falling into them that they never get past the first step of the journey, right? So whatever it is that might be a pitfall for you, you need to be able to deal with that in a way that keeps things going in a positive direction. And then finally, when you do, you'll get to experience what in positive psychology they call flourishing, or optimal mental health, right? I think of it as situational well-being, in the sense that you're experiencing several characteristics. And positive psychologists working at the University of Pennsylvania and other places have also have really been the ones that created these ideas. You can tell you're flourishing when you're experiencing flow states, such as time slowing down. I think of it as doing what you love and you enjoy it so much that time just flies by, right? That's one of the ways to tell that you're flourishing. Another way is meaning, right? Things are meaningful to you. You love what you do because it's a match for your skills. It's a match for who you are. And you then experience positive emotions like joy and happiness as a result of your circumstances matching what your idea in mind was for your life, right? And additionally, you experience positive relationships, or what I call communion with others, where you have a genuine interest in connecting with others and sharing ideas, not for a competition, not to see who's better, but just to share, because that's what we do, right? In life, we express ourselves and share ideas. At least in my conception of humanity. And finally, I've added to that, you can tell you're flourishing when you're engaging in creative production. And another one from positive psychology is having mastery over your circumstances, right? You're able to act in ways that facilitate your own success and getting your needs met. So there it is, 5 basic steps along this path to flourishing. Become an intentionally constructive change agent. Seek to cultivate well-being by acting in balanced ways, right? Using virtue ethics as a guide. And start to pursue your meaningful endeavors so that you can then experience flourishing. And you'll really, I think you'll love it, and you'll be really excited about it. So anyways, that's good enough for now. We'll talk more later.